Hey guys, it's Rob Mills, and today's video, 5 things that you can do to skyrocket your guitar progress overnight. And so the first thing is, this is one of my favorites, by the way. I did this with Appetite for Destruction. When I first started playing, Appetite for Destruction was out, and it'd been out for a couple of years, and basically it was the album that inspired me to play guitar. And so I got the tab book and just learned the whole goddamn album. It took me about 6 months. I was just saying to Troy yesterday, Troy Stetton and I did a Zoom interview with him, and we were saying, yeah, 6 months is that kind of like lovely sort of time frame. If you commit to something, you can get stuff done realistically, right? So yeah, I just got the tab book and I learned it note by note, bit by bit. And you sort of like, all of a sudden you can play one of the songs, and then you're like, yeah, and then you go on to the next one. You learn it riff by riff. It's a great learning experience too, because you learn how to read tab really well. You learn how to see how the tab in conjunction combines with the music notation above. You start picking up how to read rhythms and how to play rhythms, stuff like that. It just really helps you to get a good solid grasp of what's going on in a song. So if you can play an album, then when you come to, say you come to join like a cover band or something like that, you're going to be in way better stead. You're going to be in a position to really just learn songs a lot easier, because you just sort of start to get to know the format of songs. And after you've learned, like, let's say 50 songs, you can just see the patterns. It's like becomes like a second nature thing, where you just almost, of course there's only so many keys, so you start seeing the similarities and you almost know where it's going to go next. It becomes this like sixth sense kind of vibe. So yeah, learn a whole album, excuse me. What's your favorite album? Just go out, get the tab book, or order it off Amazon, whatever. And of course, if you need any help with that, I'm always here. There's 2 or 3 places I've got available at the moment if anyone is looking for online tuition. And what else? So the next one, that's number 1. Number 2 is Speed Mechanics, the book by Troy Stetton, which is one of the most amazing books out there on rock and metal technique. I run a coaching program on that at tsmusicacademy.com, the Troy Stetton Music Academy, and it's my passion, because that book just really fucking helped me back in the day. And so much good stuff in there. A lot of guitarists call it their Bible in terms of how it really helped them, and that's the same for me, really. It starts off focusing on the left hand, then it goes to the picking hand. I say the left hand, is the right hand if you're left-handed, but yeah, and it just delivers these great exercises. And then there's 3 or 4 like pieces in there, including Flight of the Bumblebee, and it really helps you to knuckle down on technique and ear training too, and rhythm work. And so, wow, if you haven't got a copy of Speed Mechanics already, you should get one. And by the way, I had a Zoom chat with Troy yesterday, which has just come out on his YouTube channel, where we were talking about some summer offers we've got going at TS Music Academy. And one of them is for the first 3 sign-ups, they'll get a signed copy of Speed Mechanics by Troy himself. So if that's something you like the sound of, I'll put the link of the video. You should watch that video anyway. It's only about 20 minutes long. Me and Troy chatting yesterday about these offers, and how both of the coaching programs that I do can help you along in your journey to becoming an awesome guitar player. So Speed Mechanics is definitely an awesome way to bolster your technique and to learn many new cool things. It's an amazing book, sold over 100,000 copies. and Troy reckons it's been downloaded that as illegally as many times too. So okay, number 3, this is probably the most important one: get a teacher. Now, when I was learning to play, back in the day, like in my formative years, you know, I had like 2 or 3 teachers on and off in my first sort of 5 years, if you like. And although I enjoyed the times when I didn't have a teacher, in terms of like, hey, I was just hungry for information, and I went out and bought magazines and books like that, I always found that when I had a teacher, that's what skyrocketed, you know, like it seemed to go faster and faster with a teacher. So be your own teacher as well, of course. You know, that's what I was doing when in between having teachers, I was being my own teacher. It's good to be your own teacher and try and, you know, devour as much information as you can and really apply yourself. You know, that's a big one. Apply yourself, use your imagination, create your own exercises or variations of exercises that you've seen. Imagination is so important. And yeah, so, but having a teacher just really super boosts your progress. Someone who knows what they're doing, can inspire you. That's another thing. Whenever I had a teacher, it really gave me that boost of inspiration, you know, just like, wow, like I could see how they were playing like in front of me, and I reacted to that. I was like, wow, this is amazing. I want to be able to play like this one day. So that gives you a boost of, like, you know, focus, and you want to practice because you can see the goal the teacher is showing you where you can get to. Obviously a lot of people use YouTube nowadays, but that's kind of okay, but it's not as good as having a bona fide teacher there in front of you, giving you weekly, you know, sort of sessions and reacting to what you're doing and showing you if you're doing something wrong and how to do it right. That's just totally invaluable. So yeah, teacher, important, very important. Next one, this is a new, you've probably not heard of this before in terms of using it for learning how to play guitar. I was talking again with Troy yesterday about this, because this is going to be part of my Pretender to Pro coaching program, which we just launched on tsmusicacademy.com. 6-month coaching program, weekly lessons, intensive, to get you to an awesome place with your playing within 6 months, to almost pretty much get you to pro level. You know, if you really apply yourselves and do what I say and follow my instructions and everything like that, there's no reason why you can't do it in 6 months. Obviously completely depending on where you are, but it'll be a real super boost in your progress. So the thing I was going to talk about was hypnosis. Hypnosis. Have you ever heard of hypnosis? You probably have, but what is it? It's tapping into your subconscious, which is a vast field of, like, you know, information that your brain has stored up over the years. So the unconscious or the subconscious is like, you know, how you do those automatic things like driving a car. You just do it without thinking about it, right? It's just automatic. You can program your mind in terms of being a musician to be like that, to just do things without thinking about it, to be, you know, receptive, to be open, to want to practice. And you can use visualization and become like a more competent player using visualization. Even like stuff like, you know, if you imagine like your favorite guitarist, and when you're in a hypnotic trance, you can imagine yourself stepping into them and playing just like they do, because the brain cannot tell the difference between something that's real, something that's imagined. So it actually really helps to create these neural pathways and lead you to success. You know, that's the long and short of it. Hypnosis. And I've been using this with some of my students so far, and they all say it's really helping them and having a great sort of positive effect. And what it is, like some of the hypnotic inductions are just like literally put some headphones in, lie down and relax and just listen to the suggestions, and you go into this real sort of relaxed sort of state. It's actually very how can I put it, a lot of the time we don't actually relax, right? We don't. We're always on the go, but like this give you an opportunity to relax and get some positive mental energy flowing towards your goals. That's what it's all about, right? So if you can harness the power of your subconscious, then I firmly believe that that can lead to great things, and it has for me in my playing, because as I was saying to Troy yesterday on the chat, don't forget to go and check that chat out, by the way, that we had yesterday. I'll put the link in the description here, in the comments. As I said to Troy yesterday, I used to visualize playing on a big stage in front of like thousands of people, because that was my goal at the end of the day. It's like, you know, I want to be a rock star. And of course I ended up getting the gig with Diamond Head, Metallica's biggest influences. Metallica covered 4 Diamond Head songs. If you didn't know that already, you should. And my Evil was the most popular one. And you know, I did that visualization, and then, you know, I ended up playing. My first gig with Diamond Head was at the biggest rock festival in the world, Wacken Open Air, and I played at Sweden Rock Festival. I did some other big gigs. Did a tour with Megadeth, playing in front of thousands of people, 25 dates or 22 dates or something like that over Europe in 2005. So this stuff works. I am living proof that hypnosis, visualization, these mental games, these mental actions that you can perform will actually give you, you know, desired outcomes, manifestation, right? Okay, so that's hypnosis. And if you want a link to an awesome hypnotic induction right now, drop your name in the comments or your email, and I'll send you a link and you can check it out. You've got to use headphones, because some part of this hypnosis induction, you're going to be hearing a voice in this here and a voice in this here. And what that means is you're going to be talking to your right brain and your left brain at the same time, separating it out. And yeah, this is a very exciting field of you know, exploration. Also like NLP techniques and stuff like that can help. So yeah, one more to go. What is the 5th and final thing that you can do to help skyrocket your guitar progress? Extracurricular practice. What do I mean by that? I mean that, like, you don't have to have your guitar with you in order to practice. As I was talking about earlier, about using your imagination to, you know, get more out of what you're trying to achieve, and how you're trying to practice. So a lot of these exercises can be like rhythm exercises. You know, if you're driving in a car, you've got some music on and you don't have to change gear too much, you're on a freeway or something like that. I'm just tapping away on my leg now, developing an awareness of rhythm and timing, and getting a close relationship to the meter or the pulse, which is, every song's got this, you know, usually where you tap your foot, it's got the meter. This is crucial if you want to be a competent musician, because, you know, you're going to have to keep good time as a musician. So you can practice doing that, you know, tapping away on your leg, as if you're sitting there, you know, watching TV and a song comes on and can't really see what I'm doing with my hands, but basically just tapping away. And if there was a song on, I would be doing it in time to the song. That's what I also encourage my students, all of my students really, to use a set of drumsticks and a practice pad to get good with drum rudiments. Helps your general rhythm, and it also helps your picking technique. There's another exercise you can do. This one where you sort of bend. So you've got your pinky straight, your birdie finger straight, and these two bent, and then you swap it round. That's a good exercise. You can practice that anywhere. You know, if you're learning some songs, again, if you're traveling to work and you put those songs in the car and turn over in your mind, obviously don't do it maybe too much when you're driving, that you lose concentration on what you're doing, but you can still be listening to that song and like going, oh, that's the bit where I go into the chorus and it's like the G, and then it goes into the, wherever it is. You can help use visualization, mental rehearsal, that's a good way of putting it, right? You're doing mental rehearsal. That can help you to really piece things together even more. I mean, Steve Vai, there was kind of an insane version of this when he was in the Frank Zappa band, and he had such a lot of complex music to learn, and he used to apparently put a tape recorder on an alarm clock that would come on in the middle of the night and sort of play the music he was trying to learn, so that he was, or whether he put cues on that tape or whatever, so that he was helping himself, because his you know, the subconscious is still listening when we're asleep. He said like there was this particular thing. So I remember reading that in an interview, and I actually remember getting an alarm clock like that that had a tape in it that I could put on in the middle of the night, but it always used to wake me up, and I just got pissed off with it. But yeah, there's, if you know, it's like eat, sleep, guitar, and when you're sleeping you can still practice. Now, well, maybe you can't, but as you're falling asleep, you can certainly visualize yourself playing guitar really well. As I said, that's going to help. Visualization really helps. Yeah, I think that'll do for the video today. I hope that was helpful. Drop a comment below and check out that video, the Troy video. Now that we've just launched Pretender to Pro, I'm really excited to be helping more guitarists, and we'll see you on the next video. Yeah guys, so keep practicing, and if you've got any problems in any areas of practice, drop a comment below, see if we can help you out with that, because you don't have to sort of struggle to play guitar on your own. Help is always there. Help is always there. And we've got a great thing going on at TS Music Academy, by the way. Check out, we've got a community of over 2,000 guitarists now. There's a forum there. You can ask any questions you want there as well. So just go to tsmusicacademy.com and sign up. It's free. Anyway guys, so thanks for listening. We'll see you soon. Yeah, keep rocking. Yeah.